But here we go. It is the Premiership Qualifier, lower bracket, semi-final, last chance saloon for these two teams. It's going to be double clutch starting off in the blue on the offense, and it's going to be Feila eSports starting on the defense. Up to double clutch then to really set the pace of things as we start on this first map of Vigil. I'm Dave, joined by Wiethoofd on the camera and a very special samii guest appearance tonight. How are you doing, samii?
I'm pretty good, pretty good.
Since the update last night, there's an issue with item servers, and they've actually agreed to play full vanilla. So just off the bat from that, samii, what is going to be the biggest loss in terms of having no unlocks? Which class is going to be the most affected?
I definitely think the soldiers might have to change up their playstyle a lot. Having no gunboats or banners or whips. I think those are pretty important items for sure. But yeah, even engineer with the Wrangler. Yeah, that's going to be a rough one. And also no detonator. So snipers might have a free reign on whatever they want to do, potentially.
Yeah, Feila did play that cup recently that was played with no detonators, so at the moment both teams just posturing, looking for something. Nice snipe from Lit, who's going to take Joanne. And so much spam onto the cart, completely denied now. No demo man for the defense, only that one spam class. Bomb coming in from Black, obviously doesn't have a banner or the gunboats to deal with, so he's just going to jump in, throw his life away a little bit. Alex gets quite aggressive here for double clutch, but is burnt out at the moment. Just kind of feeding players a little bit. Double clutch didn't really make the most of that Joanne frag, and he's back in the action already.
Yeah, lady sitting comfortably in a trusted dispenser. No threat for her. Just giving her buffs out, and looks like they're just going to reset. Getting ready for this next push. Nice snipe from Chocolate onto the scout there, denying the cap time. And another one, jeez.
Yeah, they're not even really peeking at the moment, double clutch. They're so fearful of Chocolate at the moment. The stickies up on cart as well for Joe once more. Reset is going to be able to walk towards it, shoot them down, detonate those stickies for himself. So the cart is starting to move again at the moment. Not too many people can fail that, because they've actually lost a bunch of players here. Namba, Old School, and Layla went down. I didn't even see how she was taken out. Backstab from Lupe the Spy, it seems. Wiethoofd is telling me. So, yeah, big casualty there. Layla going down, and that means Buck is going to be having 100% Uber advantage to work with as they move towards the tunnel area.
Yeah, we see a lot of the blue players stacking up in tunnel, getting the buffs. I'm expecting a sack from blue team, potentially.
Well, Layla's gone down, so they're not going to need a sack here.
Yeah, my
They
bad.
do have the Uber advantage. They're taking their time about it, but they have time to work with it. They're going to come in from side tunnel. It's going to be mostly onto ALX. Nepal's actually able to go quite deep. They're going to lock people into spawn. Actually, a ton of frags coming in, 5 frags. They don't get onto Layla, so Layla will have an Uber advantage, but second is definitely out of the question. They're going to have to back up to third and play that Uber advantage here, Feila.
Seeing the blue combo get aggressive on this hill. Denying all the space from red team. Ooh. Backing out nice.
Yeah, at the moment it's a kind of slow and steady, just moving the car. They've got to worry about the fact that Layla does have an Uber ready to go, but obviously Feila, they don't want to get too aggressive. They don't want to throw that Uber away for nothing. And probably by the time this car is going to be moved towards this slope area, Buck will be, he's already up at 85%, so going to be close to being even Ubers regardless. So, you know, if there's any stage where you want to have that Uber disadvantage as the offensive team, it's on one of these long cart push areas.
And here comes the Uber exchange, looking pretty even right now. Oh, and blue team getting pushed all the way back.
Yeah, Feila did a good job of denying that area, but they have lost their flank. They have had some casualties, and now you can see the extra players are coming in. Lupe again gets onto Layla, takes her out with the back sub. Feila certainly not looking as dominant as we perhaps predicted, and as we do come out of this unpause, there's quite a few weak players who have to run back to spawn. Looks like no one is really on the chase here for double clutch, but it is going to be once more quite a good Uber advantage for Buck moving towards last.
Yeah. Looking like a big old 48% advantage. And it, oh, looks like the red sniper had actually timed out. That was the reason for the pause, but he's back in. Oh, blue sniper.
Yeah, I think it was lit, just briefly timed out there. I think, I don't know if that's happened in real time yet or not, but either way, it's going to be an uber advantage. But looks like they're looking to take it in from Orange and quite an early pop onto ALX. The chocolate is completely out of position. Takes a lot of stickies. ALX is not able to kill him and not able to get too much damage down onto anyone else. And Cafe is open. Railing comes out and stabs back. Buck, the collapse is in. Orange, using the shotgun to the fullest potential, is cleaning up on the car here, and with the help of his demo man, Joe N, the Feila defense holds strong. And yeah, just not a good push there. Double clutch, not what they would have wanted that. I don't know if Lit went down during that push, but Chocolate is the one making the most of that, having no sniper on the opposition, hitting a nice head shot onto Jenny there. And kind of back to the drawing board for double clutch there. Posturing outside, they know that Layla this time has the uber advantage in her hands. So we're going to go in for a sack wave here. Bomb coming in.
Oh, and gets the force out.
Yeah, very decent stuff. Having the shotgun actually does change the sack waves quite somewhat. Obviously, you have a little bit less health. You're going to go down a lot easier, but you have to, probably as a medic, you have to respect the fact that if you take that first rocket, you're very, very vulnerable to dropping. Just that shotgun can come out so much faster than another rocket can.
Sure. Looks like a blue pushing themselves up for a full-out push from Red Room. Here comes Uber. The man focusing the gun down. Oh, Cludy's going a really bad. Oh no. Red combo untouched though.
Yeah, again, they don't really get too much damage on the combo, but the cart pressure is better. But this time, Raiden once more comes in, steals in from the back, cleans up 2 on car, and no one was turned around looking for him. And as you say, that combo is untouched. Joe is able to go forward, put some aggressive stickies back up, and he's got his Pyro Old School and his Sniper Chocolate alongside him.
Hitting on a full out now. I'm expecting another sack from the blue team as they're getting their buffs ready and just posturing themselves up. Looks like they're going for a sniper big door play.
Not exactly sure what they want to do. They're certainly taking their time. They're probably building their own Uber, it looks like. They've lost Jenny on the flank, but still an opportunity maybe for Black to go in for some kind of play, but he has actually smuggled himself in through the far left, just going to try and spam at long range, but spamming into a pyro means he isn't able to get any damage down onto the sentry guns. Creates some space, and now an Uber is coming in from Red Room, while Resev has got a decent position in Cafe himself. They've got a couple of frags onto Orange Chocolate and Raylin, but at the moment the car isn't moving.
Oh, there's no repush. Feila were 4 down there for about 10 seconds, and Blue were a lot slower than I wanted them to be at pushing back in there.
Yeah, big bomb coming in from Orange, lands on Buck, gets a lot of damage, basically pins him out of the fight. They do have players to work with, frags to work with here. Number, Orange, Lit, Fam all going down. Nice little stuff from Lupe, takes out Chocolate the Sniper, opens some sight lines, but at the moment it's a bit fragmented from Double Clutch. They're not peeking, and once more we see no repush from them.
So they're working their sniper big door here, trying to get... Oh no. Lit gets stabbed in front of his whole team, which is not what you want to see. And then Wiethoofd as well. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm just seeing no kind of consistent kind of strategy coming out, no clear idea. You know, if you want to have your sniper peek in big door, you need those players around him. There's no way you can allow him to get stabbed in front like that. And at the moment, it's like they're not certain exactly what they want to do. There's no clear main cause. Now they're coming once more in from Red Room with the Uber trade and mostly stuffed away. Old School doesn't even have to move, just playing in that little alcove area. There is car pressure now that the car is being moved. The gun goes down, as you say, and Jenny is going to have to be cleaned up here. Big bomb in from Orange. counter-bombed with the shotgun coming in from Black, and just about enough from Feila, I think, but Nepo wants to continue the fight here. It does seem that Lit has timed out of the game as well. Again.
Yeah, not opting for a pause this time.
Buck has typed P in the chat, but we obviously haven't had a pause in real time. This is 90 seconds in the past that we're looking at, so hopefully Lit can come back in the action. But yeah, oh, Uber coming in aggressively this time from Feila, looking to go forward. They do drop there, scout out of it, and Buck is going to have to pop. Takes a lot of damage himself. They're actually going to catch Old School as well. Don't know exactly the reason for that Uber. I don't know if they miscounted, thought they had an Uber advantage, but
they
does give Double Clutch an opportunity.
But they get forced so far out that I don't think it really matters. They took zero space with that Uber as they were so far out.
Yeah, there's also, I think, almost a demoralization factor of them playing with 8 players right now, and obviously just the impact that a sniper can have in post-fights is just not going to be there for the presumably foreseeable future. Looks like he's back on the server now, Lit, and hopefully back in the action. He's going to have to hit some headshots if Double Clutch are going to come back into this round.
Feila for an aggressive Uber push out of Red Room. Looks like there's a bit of shenanigans going down in under. Joanne chasing the medic, but sadly dying to Jenny in the process. Then Jenny cleaning up too after as well.
Yeah, and Buck. Oh, no, Buck has been flanked. Lit Fam is onto it. I thought he was safe because he was full health, but Lit Fam is able to sneak in. Don't know if he's hiding, but
that's going to be demoralizing.
Yeah, and Buck was up at 90%, and that would have been such a good opportunity for them to push with that Uber advantage, but doesn't quite work out, and now fully back to the drawing board, and they're going to have to find some other way of opening things up.
Oh no.
Oh, they did have the pick onto Joe in there, but the double stab coming in, particularly that stab onto the demo man ALX, basically cancels it out, and Raylan has just come in clutch so many times already. Feila looking for one more onto Lit. This time doesn't work out for him, but he has been a stabilization factor for this Feila team.
Yeah, it seems that every time they're about to get in the groove, someone important dies on the blue team, making it very hard for them to push.
Yeah, nice snipe from Lit, taking out Joanne. Going to try and open things up from the big door area. Alex spamming in long range. Obviously no Wrangler for that engineer to use. Just trying to focus it down with really long pipes. He has to pick that central gun up. And now suddenly Feila don't have enough players. They feel the need to force out onto Litfam, take the Uber in to block the cart. But it's going to be a much, much better Uber for Double Clutch. And surely this will be enough. Just a heavy to deal with blocking the cart. Joan's going to jump himself in, get close. There's still a soldier close. Litfam runs in and everyone's just diving onto the cart to try and make it. But there we go. Finally, Double Clutch do cap it out.
Yeah, that was a rough last push. Looks like they aren't doing anything special, just a regular default hold. But they're taking up an aggressive sniper angle here. Maybe trying to catch someone off guard.
Slightly cheeky sniper angle from Lit is going to have a bit of a buff from Buck as well to try and work with. But now, once he's missed 2 shots, going to have to back up. But no harm done. Don't lose their sniper for it. And actually it's going to be Reset is the first casualty, the heavy, so maybe things going to open up from tunnel.
It's like they're trying to work their sniper flank here. Oh.
Yeah, Chocolate going deep on this flank, certainly space being afforded to him from the Double Clutch flank being quite deep, and that's just pinning everyone back. They're having to completely give up any space towards spamming the cart just because that sniper has complete free reign on that outside. So now we're back to a second hold, and you know, they've only lost that one player, that Pyro, so they have 8 players ready to hold on to second. But
early set coming in. Oh, but Orange doesn't get anything.
Yeah, I'm expecting
their patented tunnel push soon. But it looks like Alex is already prepared for it, trapping the entrance of tunnel, or the exit. As Feila rotate towards hill, looking to take this Uber in soon.
Yeah, Feila not doing the Feila push this time, and not sure exactly what they're going for. That kind of orange solo sack is a little bit strange, a little bit of a either misplay or misdirection, but Snipe comes out onto Chewin as they go for the sack wave, but Buck is forced regardless. That is unfortunate stuff, and there's actually a heavy number. He gave himself away a little bit, had to just wait a little bit longer, and maybe he would have got a frag because people didn't see him until he started firing there.
Full Uber ad push, ready for Layla. And it looks like they're taking their beam towards the car and... Oh, a side tunnel push maybe. Yep, it looks like an Uber from side tunnel.
Yeah, Uber from side tunnel, Litfam and Old School looking to go quite deep, and Litfam's got himself wrapped fully in behind. It's going to make it difficult for this double clutch team to escape. They want to escape out through the tracks, but they had to wait a long time for that scout to go down behind. They do get themselves out of there, but only 3 survivors of that push.
Oh, there's a... Okay, Namba spots the trap. Namba with his shotgun out, advancing forward, making all the space. Lovely. But yeah, it looks like they're just moving the cart up for now. And... Oh, they moved their sniper towards flank.
Oh, Raylan was trying to go in for something cheeky there in front of the whole team. Does get counter-espionage himself, but so much space for Chocolate on this flank at the moment for Feila. As you say, they are not being contested once more, on both on first and now on this third point. The flank presence from Double Clutch defense is just not there whatsoever, and Chocolate, he's going to have to deal a little bit with the sniper versus sniper, but you really want to see more pressure as the Uber comes in from main here for Feila. Looks like they're not going to get too much done with it. There's a level 3 sentry gun going up in that spot that Lorne has been using pretty recently, but everyone's pinned back at the moment for Double Clutch, and Joe is just ploughing forward, allowing enough space. They've got enough frags, and third is down, and it's going to be 9 minutes now for Double Clutch to try and hold on to last.
Looks like... Oh no, that's sad to see. Orange shot going in for an early sack, but just got destroyed by the gun.
Yeah, slightly strange how Orange is going in for these sacks. He's completely separated from the rest of his team. This time it's a Joe N solo sack, but again, he gets levitated in the air. But it doesn't matter because it makes some space. It knocks that Buck medic into a sightline, and Chocolate is able to follow up.
No. Gets 2.
Wow, it's an absolute bloodbath here. It's like the Som just body strewn everywhere. Only 5 up at the moment. Just a couple of spawners coming in. Big bomb from Black going in towards the cart, but the cart is continuing to move by Lit. He gets sniped down by his namesake Lit on the other side on the sniper. Been a little bit confusing there. But looks like just about stabilization here for Double Clutch, but the Uber is imminent.
Demo dies. Oh, Raylan comes in from behind. And this is looking very sad for the side of red.
Yeah, I mean, they were fighting so desperately just to block the cart, just to get some stabilization. They were not ready for that Uber. They were not aware. Feila pretty convincingly taking that first round. They will be starting off on the offense. Different change, kind of flavor of things here, where it's now going to be Feila setting the pace. They had a reasonable time, certainly, on that offense. Certainly had a lot of time to work with. You can't always tell 100%, when you've got a 12-minute time. They know they can take it slow, they know they can go methodical, but now that they're the ones setting the pace, maybe it does change things up a little bit, and they'll be looking to take more risks or go a little bit faster overall.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Shot. Not seeing anything out of the blue from red team. So they got their sniper aggro again, but that didn't prove that successful last round.
I mean, one of the things about having the no unlocks is there's less gimmicks in the game you can use. You can't do any fancy shenanigans on Soldier. You can't even use a banner on Soldier.
Yeah.
You can't throw any weapons that people don't know the the statistics of. So yeah, not too much happening at the moment as we do see the gates open. Feila immediately are looking to get some players over to this flank area. Joe going quite deep. We did see that was a ripe farming area for Feila in this first round, and Chocolate immediately opens things up. Nice little snipe onto Reset. I think he's the first casualty in both of these rounds.
Yeah. But Joe just lobbing pipes over. Oh no. Chocolate getting stabbed. Oh. But it looks like they're still pushing forward anyways. Joe just piling on the pressure, eventually dying out to Wiethoofd's pipe.
Yeah, this is much better from Double Clutch. Obviously, a big stab coming in from the loop meant that there wasn't just the sniper on that flank that was completely uncontested in that previous round, and this time it's a little bit different. Orange looking to get some pressure in, going close to Reset, who's spawned back up in that tunnel area. Looks like he's not going to be moving too far from that at the moment. Redding's got himself a long way in behind, but I think it's going to be a while before he's even back in the action at the moment. Feila are just scratching their heads a little bit exactly how they want to approach this.
And looks like Blue piling on the pressure, Joe on the cart. Railing going in for a stab but failing. But I think the pressure is enough for them to pick up the cart.
Yeah, Joe literally just AFK'd on the cart while the rest of his team peaked, and they were so perturbed by all the players just flooding forward that he was just happily able to sit there and cap it out, and nobody shot him. It was like he was invisible. But yeah, first captors come in. Not a fast time, I have to say, actually 1:30. Any kind of time over a minute is not ideal for the offense, so they're going to have to push the pace up a little bit here, Feila. And looks like we're getting pressure in from top. They've got the demo man Joe and they've got Chocolate the sniper there. Lit is going to peek forward and win that sniper versus sniper. Joe bumps his head going in for the sack, but still going to walk forward. But only walks into a sentry.
Nice pipe out from Wiethoofd. Basically denying the sack wave by himself, killing Joe and Orange there.
Yeah, really nice stuff. I mean, that's kind of part of the problem. Once you peek up top, once you posture there, going for that slow push, you lose the sniper. The sniper, it makes sense to go in for the sack wave, but when everyone knows where you are, and when you don't have multiple angles approach, it is more harder to make it work. This time, Orange gets a little bit more space up top on this little shed area, but he is buffed back a little bit. Nice snipe coming out from Chocolate, winning the SVS this time against Lit. Is going to provide some more space. Now it's going to be an aggressive Uber trade on to Number, looking to go forward, but great pyro play from the post, just going to buff everyone back.
Looks like blue team re-aggressing over the hill, and oh, a stab coming out onto Layla. Now I want to see red team re-aggress here. Jenny piling on the pressure on Joe.
Orange sneaking in, gets the sniper. He wants more though. He sees a scout, he sees a demo man, he has a shotgun out, takes Alex down to a sliver of health, but it's not going to be enough, and it looks like Double Clutch defense will survive for now.
Oh, the shotgun from Reset taking out Chocolate. But where's red team gone?
Yeah, the spawners just didn't come in time, and a really fast push from Feila making use of that faster spawn time. They're coming in, Buck has gone down, Joe goes forward, he's taken out, but they got what they wanted there, Feila. They've got the second cap, and they've still got themselves a big Uber advantage, and Buck still has a 10-second spawn here, so there's going to be enough time for them to move the car, and they don't have to worry about that defensive Uber for quite a while here.
351 for 2 points, so not looking not too bad, all things considered, for red. That's even a good time for 2 points. So as long as they kite this Uber well, I'm sure that they can hold on for a bit longer. Yeah, but as I say that, both the flank going down on red team. Open up all the space. And
found their way in quite easy. Joe in taking the Uber in. The gun is still far back. It does get taken out in long range. And actually, Old Skill go deep into the spawn here. Gets a ton of damage down onto everyone. No frags, but everyone is pinned back in spawn. Means third is completely out of the question. But importantly, Double Clutch have retained that Uber, and they're going to have a bit of an advantage for last.
Oh, Wiethoofd's maybe peeking a bit too aggressive there. Getting caught out as the sack comes in from blue. Joe, Orange, both bombing in. Orange surviving still. Okay, finally, eventually gets cleaned up. And it looks like we're just going to get a reset here from
Yeah,
red.
might be a full reset in terms of another sack wave because Layla did get stabbed just before that sack wave came in. I think they were going to go for a sack wave regardless. They were at that uber disadvantage, so it's not too much harm done by their minute going down, but the cart has been moved decently and now they're looking to pressure from that big door.
Yeah, using that sniper sideline from Big Door, getting 2 crucial picks there, forcing the enemy Uber out as Layla runs away comfortably.
Yeah, Nepal didn't get a flash as well, and actually Orange is still in, gets 1 rocket down onto Alex, but the syringe is coming out, syringe is getting a kill, probably for the first time in 20 years in Highlander, and there we go.
Blue deserved to win the round just off that kill.
Oh, the cart is very, very close now. Players stacking up for red. There's an Uber out, but not too many players for Feila to use. Layla's flashing the Uber off, trying to block it, but the Buck is able to block it himself. Rayleigh's trying to just tap it over. Everyone is just absolutely collapsing onto the cart, trying to make it happen, but it will just about live for a little bit longer. 2 players run in, but they actually just run into that level 1 sentry gun.
Yeah, Buck grabbing the bull by the horns there. And standing on guard as a medic. Saving his team.
Yeah, Raylan goes down again. It doesn't have the dead ringer available, so it does make this decloak a little bit harder. You can't just reset and re-push. Again, Joen trying to pressure in from Big Door. There's pressure coming in from the flank as well. Just an absolute meat cooker coming in. Raylan is caught out once more, so no spy cap, but there's a spam coming in from every which way, and this is the most desperate defense we've seen so far from Double Clutch.
You see the cart rolling back slowly as well, though, which is good for the red team.
Yep, so we're going to touch it soon here. And actually, Joe is going to get gunned down. It was definitely attempted to stab on him, but didn't work out, and now the car has moved back. It's going to go down the slope, and this is actually really good news for Double Clutch. They got a decent amount of time off these first 3 points, and now they've got themselves stabilized into a decent situation here on the last point as well.
Old school going down to a snipe off lit. And it looks like this is just going to slow down the push even more. Oh, as I say that, the gun goes down and the sniper gets stabbed.
Yeah, they're just trying to muscle in from the main area, try and get that level 2 sentry gun set up. Joe's playing on the cart, Clutie is as well, but he eats a pipe for it. They're going to take the Uber aggressively here. Layla's nowhere near her own, and they clean up the cart, they block that, but they don't get enough kills to really push forward here, Double Clutch, and Layla's going to have a full Uber advantage effectively.
They're pushing in now, full ad. 9 people alive, I want to see how this goes.
Scouts on the cart, no one to block just, yeah. Gonna have to make it happen. Reset says find a decent spot above the cafe area, and actually beautiful collapse. Jenny coming in at the clutch time. I hear Layla go down chased by that scout as well. There was one attempt from Raylan to make something happen, but it's another beef push here for Feila.
Chocolate finding himself in no man's land, getting cleaned up there. But yeah, a solid defense.
Yeah, it could have been all so different when we had it really on the precipice for quite a long period of just desperate last scramble, but now Feila, it's already probably not a great time, but it could get very, very painful if they don't find some kind of way to break this open. They're just going to muscle in. It's Uber disadvantage. They're just walking in through Red Room. Layla's committing. There's an Uber ready for Buck as well. They're going to use it aggressively, but they've bled so many players and don't get too many frags with the Uber themselves. Jenny's trying to desperately gun down Joe with the at the tail end of that Uber, but the cleanup is somehow just about there despite the number disadvantage here for Joe, Double Clutch.
Raylan sneaks in from the back and guns 3 down. And it's a wipe.
Yeah, spawners come in for both teams, but they're a little bit closer. They try to make it happen on Double Clutch, but aren't able to extend it any longer. And we actually end up with a really good defense from them, and Feila kind of scratching their heads with a 9:47 time.
Yeah, Lit, the blue sniper with 39 points, tied for the most points on the server with the other Lit. With 2 dominations, just really holding down that last point.
Yeah, both Polish lits going ham so far this round and doing absolute work when it is needed as well. Just obviously a lot of clutch shots coming in. It, you know, obviously when it's slow, we know how impactful the sniper is going to be in all these defenses. But there's also, if you hit those couple of just clutch headshots in a row, in those important kind of post-Uber fights and in those scrappy situations when everyone's just jumping on the cart, it can make a real difference. And there was very, very fine margins. You know, that one single last defense, Buck standing on that point at that last time was the difference in a 6-minute time and this almost 10-minute time here.
Yep. Here we go again. Blue pushing out. Looks like they're opting for a flank push. Taking their sniper to flank here. Oh, where's he gone?
So in the flank house at the moment, finds that pyro of old school. No one's peeking too much at the moment for Feila. Everyone's just kind of hiding at the moment when that sniper is so deep. Jenny's actually going to run in and take out Number and sneak into the side tunnel, fully in behind. There's a sentry gun waiting though.
Oh no.
The Dum Tum was BMing that sentry gun. Actually, Joe is caught really overextended there, but Buck drops somehow.
Drops.
Was that that must have been a roller? That was so long after Joe had died, but unfortunate for Buck there.
Maybe the stock pipes coming in clutch there.
Yeah, the stock pipe rollers, people aren't used to them. I know Buck hates the Iron Bomber, but he's going to be cursing the stock pipe launcher this time.
But yeah, Blue find themselves in a bit of a pickle here. Now with a full disad. But it looks like they don't care, they're just all pushing in together. Taking all the space off Red Team. Getting kills. 3 kills in the process.
Oh, Fan was 2 health, is able to win a 1v1 with that Demo Man ALX. It's just so unfortunate. The Demo just not having any hit scan availability to finish that off, and no support either, so... Not a great situation. I mean, it's okay time. They don't have to make super rapid time here. Double clutch, they'll be happy to take that first point. And Buck is nearly back up at Uber themselves as they just get some cart time in tunnel with everyone stacked up there.
Finding the sneaky telly. And looks like they're just piling on the pressure from main tunnel here. Choosing to... They're kind of just sitting around tunnel right now. Not quite sure what Blue Team are doing.
Yeah, super telegraphing their approach and just eating a ton of spam for at the moment. Buck is now moving back in. They're going to take that patent Feila push in against the creators, and actually Alex gets juggled up top. This might work out for him because Lit's trying to snipe onto his namesake as well. But at the moment, no opening the disconnect from that medic, and the Demo is going to slow things down a bit.
Opening up the space for his team to push uphill. It's chaos. Reset taking down 2, spamming down the gun. As Blue Team continue to take this space on hill as the cart moves in. Very slowly, and they get the cap.
Yeah, smart from Jenny just to stand on cart there when everyone else was stacked up on hill, and at the moment they just didn't have the players there. Feila to hold on, they backed up, they didn't have anyone to block cart, and it's this is about the... It's a decent pace for double clutch. Nothing rapid, nothing crazy, nothing amazing for them so far, but they're making it work, and they're very, very much be happy with how this round has gone so far.
And the Uber coming out. Looks like nothing much is happening. It's just an Uber to get Ubers out of play. As Reset pushes in really aggressively, taking down Joanne.
Yeah, through that phase of play, he took down both the enemy sniper and Demo Man, and now Litfam is caught behind, trying to go in for a block. He again escapes. This time I think it was with 1 HP briefly. Sniped from the spawn coming out from Chocolate, but it's just onto an engineer, and it's not going to have any pivotal importance as
They're
the damage
they're
has
looking
already been done.
really good here though for this last push. 6 minutes to kill off. It's plenty of time to sack, or even just fail a couple of pushes and still cap off the point.
Yeah, this is about as good a scenario as they could have wanted, but again, this was that kind of brick wall they came up against in that previous round. Looks like they're thinking about some kind of sack wave at the moment. They're getting players in from Red Room. Buck is up at 90%. It's actually a small advantage, actually. I don't know if they be aware of this.
Orange winning the shotgun duel on the flank.
Yeah, they're going in straight in with the Uber, but it's completely stuffed by Joe, just with the stickies and pipes at long range. It gets pressure towards spawn, but a red Uber coming out, flashed onto the engineer.
They got it up the hill.
It's up the hill, the sniper's outside as well. Lit is going to be able to do work, but I think the combo is crumbled while all that is now Litfam running out, going to take out his fellow Pole, take out Jenny as well. 2-for-1 frag. Crucial frags coming in from the defensive scout for Feila.
All in all, it wasn't a particularly bad Uber, because they've got the card up and the Ubers are still even. So if they can just kind of 9-man this Uber and get some people on the card at the same time, I don't think it's too bad.
Card starting to roll back there. No one really in position to block it. It's gone back down the slope,
that's a shame.
Bucker's a very tiny Uber advantage to work with. They're just going to take it into a heavy from Red Room. It's immediately countered out. There's really only a sliver. Players are dying on the cart. Jenny and Black both going down. I think the defense, there's 9 players up for Feila. Let's find some space outside. That's going to be about all forlorn hope they can go for, but everyone is just blobbed up around the beam, around the dispenser, and perfect defense from Feila, just keeping everyone just about alive.
Yeah. I sniped from Chocolate onto Jenny there. But here I think Blue need to be maybe evaluating what they want to do next, because these dry Uber trades haven't been working too great for them.
I mean, they never worked in 10 minutes the previous round. They haven't worked in 3 minutes so far this round. Jenny running in is going to take out the heavy, but it's traded out basically immediately. It's the first time really we're seeing them try and make some pressure from flank.
Drop.
Loop, the
and here comes
coming in.
Here comes the charge. Full Uber ad push. Get the gun down as well. They're down 4. Derpoop's taking down Sniper as well.
Like from the scout is desperately fighting on the cart, blocks it for now, but I think there's enough players here. Just 2 up briefly for Feila. 1 more spawn, but it's the medic spawn. Runs out with the syringe, has been immediately headshot, and double clutch are going to take the round.
I'm telling you, the 2-1 prediction.
You made that prediction, and it's very much still on the cards. Mine are blown out of the water with double clutch roaring back in this round and giving us a real game here. Any kind of concerns we had about tilt, after a blowout first round game and a pretty painful offense of this round shows they do have some mental fortitude for sure.
For sure. As we get started on the setup time for the final round. Winner of this round takes the first map of the Premiership qualifier, lower bracket, and will be 1 map closer
Mission begins in
to ultimately getting that shot at the Prem spot.
Yeah, both these teams are in not quite a last chance saloon, but at least for this match, the loser of this match is essentially demoted to Division 1. The winner still has their shot at Prem. It's quite a long gauntlet for them to make, though, and certainly losing this first map would really put them backs against the wall.
But yeah, we started. Spy getting caught out instantly. A bit unlucky, but shouldn't change anything too much.
Yeah, it might take a little bit longer for them to get their players in position, for them to get their call outs going, but again, it's Lit making this house angle, trying to work, but Raylin is canny and aware of this possibility now. Just guns him down a little bit, provides a distraction, makes him going to have to think about rotating for a buff. Obviously no cozy campus, so he's not going to have the heals come up from that, and no sandwich either as well. So only really that one mini pack to deal with. Actually, Old School is so weak, he can't support his demo man Joe, and Joe gets sniped himself. Chocolate even things up by taking the sniper down, but with no spam, there's basically no one to fight for the car here.
Another bomb coming in from Black, getting absolutely owned by Old School, reflecting him. But looks like they've managed to bully them out.
Yeah, start from railing onto lit is going to slow down any kind of sniper play that Double Clutch would have wanted to make work. But at the moment, they're thinking about some kind of tunnel. Jenny is trying to walk in from the side tunnel, but there's a pyro, there's a sentry gun to deal with. So just going to back up, put that 2x back on cart. We'll see where the combo wants to move from.
Looks like an Uber coming in from main tunnel, potentially. Yep. Ubers get traded out, looks like... Oh! John getting stabbed in the Uber. Not what you want to see.
Yeah, Number taking the forefront of the Uber on the flashes means stab opportunity open to the demo is actually going to be Black jumping on top of the roof, but Number is fully buffed with no demo to support, and Blue, suddenly they only have a few players alive. Buck is going to have to run out of their tail between his legs and just get himself back towards spawn, where the spawners will be flooding out from to support him.
Yeah, maybe Red Team could have played that a bit. I mean, Blue could have played that a bit better, knowing that they had that demo pick.
Yeah, I didn't really make the most of it so far. The car has been moved pretty well. That is the saving grace for them at the moment. Railing's been cleaned up as well, but everyone's still stacked up in tunnel. Looks like they're probably going to go for another trade. Buck is still only at 90%. Everyone's peak, and actually Reset goes down as well before Buck has even come up that Uber. They've got a couple of traded out frags themselves, and now the Uber's coming in once more from main.
Just another standard trade. It's gonna get sapped, but it gets unsapped, and yeah.
Attempt at a side tunnel repush, but the sentry gun is back up, back level 3, back and healthy.
Black getting skybox there, but the car's moving. Oh, they block it last second.
Yeah, they haven't found some space, they haven't found many frags, they haven't found much purchase on this second point, but what they have done is they've constantly been nudging the car a little bit further each time, a little bit closer. Now it is really on the precipice. We've seen both of these spies struggle to find too much, and again, we're going to see Loop get spotted out by Old School, and with no dead ringer, it's a little bit harder to make those spy caps work, but actually Jenny's going to be the one trying to make it happen. Everyone commits from Double Clutch, but they don't find the force, and they don't find the cap either.
Yeah, looks like, yeah. What? I guess Blue Team could try just doing a trade and try getting people on the cart, but with Old School and Joe sitting on it, I don't think they'll find much success. As the cart slowly rolls back.
Yeah, it's still pretty close. Actually, Uber trade coming in from side tunnel, but a snipe comes out onto Layla before, and that is going to be calamitous for Feila. Everyone going down. Alex wants to go forward, wants to barrel onto that pyro, and Loop's actually in the backlines as well. That's beautiful spy play,
from Loop.
just cleaning everyone up as they tried to escape through the tracks.
Look how aggressive Whoobs is here. Already sticking the
oh no!
forward spawn.
Oh, they're too smart for that. I thought for a second we were going to have a calamitous Sammy style spawn camp, but not going to work out this time.
Oh no! They forgot to spy check in all of that. Oh no!
Lupe comes in, Layla, Number both taken out. Joe gets crushed as well. Orange is still here. The car's still a mile back, but with everyone in the spawn queue, surely this defense can't go on. And I don't know. I think if I'm Clutie here, I'm thinking, do I even want to try and hold?
Cart's up the hill. 2 up for red. Cart's moving still. I think they're gonna get it.
The spawners come out, but they're committed. This is a very, very risky from Feila. They've already lost the cap. I mean, once it's gone up the hill, it's basically over, I think, on this third point in every scenario. But Joe is committed. There's only 3 up for Feila. This is, this is
20-second death for Joe as well. That's going to be... W's feet's a bit too early, sadly.
This doesn't look like Premiership gameplay, I'm going to be honest.
I mean, it's qualifiers, so... Qualifiers for a reason, but...
Yeah, this has descended into some open level open level gameplay territory. Not great stuff from either side, just really throwing their lives away pointlessly. But I mean, Feila have been able to stabilise and not even at too much of a disadvantage either. They haven't got too much of a sentry gun up, but at the moment Double Clutch are making a bit of a fist of this.
Black taking out the heavy on his own there though. As Uber comes in. Look how far away Red combo is. They're getting all this cap done for completely free. Zuba eventually comes out.
Oh no! Old School gets dropped out of the Uber, doesn't get enough of a flash.
Heavy unseen in the corner.
Layla can't flash anyone. Reset survives throughout all of that. He preserves his life and they cap it out. It's actually a very, very good time of 6:35 for Double Clutch.
Yeah. Is that the fastest time we've had? Not too sure.
Definitely the fastest time on the initial offense. I don't know if any of the chasing times might have competed, but yeah, definitely a change of pace for Double Clutch. Much cleaner. Oh wait, well, much quicker. Definitely not clean.
And definitely winnable as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they have the momentum now. They won the previous round. Feila definitely struggled on that offense in the previous round, and yeah, just so many mistakes coming out from both teams, but especially by Feila on the defense, just taking way too many risks, making silly plays, just trying to hold third when you got 3 players up. I really don't understand that.
Being a bit too overconfident, paying the price for it with a really pretty good time here. So, want to see how they tackle this.
Well, here we go. It's 6:35. Is the time set? Feila will have to beat this if they want to take this first map of this lower bracket game. A nice little skip jump coming in from Orange, knowing where Lit has been perched up on all these previous rounds, but no gunboats, and the shotgun isn't able to get enough damage down onto that sniper to finish him off. But at least he's been forced back, and the cart can move while everyone's pushed back.
And it's also given Chocolate all the space in the world as the Lit had to back out. Yeah, Blue just clearing them out, bullying them out.
Yeah, no casualties really, other than that spy going down for the defense. So interesting that they're not even going to try and get any time off that first one. I think they got, what was it, a minute 30 just off the previous round, but this time giving it up in what it was definitely less than a minute.
Reset ready for the push already, preemptively shooting tunnel. Dropping the Uber. Number gets dropped from the Uber. I don't think Red even have to Uber here.
Oh, and Joe goes out to a trap as a flash comes off onto him, and Old School is piped as well. As just every time Layla is flashing off a player, they're immediately going down. I don't even think it's bad medic play. I think it's just unfortunate and really good focus fire from the Double Clutch boys.
Yeah, and really good from Reserve there, knowing that they were going to push tunnel, preemptively pre-firing it.
Oh, Lupe was in again for something, but there is space up top here for Feila to make the most of.
Who gets forced out?
Yeah, just a couple of players and the cart time being moved decently is enough to force it out, and Layla has no pressure onto her, and actually they've retained control of this top area. Jump coming in is going to force Layla. Actually went down to nearly single digits there, and a good pop on her end to keep herself alive, but that's probably about as good a scenario as Double Clutch would have wanted from that, just a solo soldier coming in and making the force.
Sure. But yeah, as long as Red don't do anything silly here, they should have a good chance here. As looks like they're just gonna brute force through main, but losing their sniper in the process.
They're really far back though here, double clutch.
Yeah.
They're given so much space, just complete freedom to come in through flank, to wrap themselves back to the cart. The cart's
Maybe
now coming
respecting
very,
them way
very
too
close.
much. They're
Yeah, the
basically in spawn.
demo getting baited, and now Reset and Nepal might get caught as well. Reset eating pipes at long range, and Joe is able to snipe him down. There's a attempt for Black to go in for something, but he doesn't find the medic, which would have been the prize frag on his end. And now the cart is going to continue to move, and a couple of frags will fail to work with, and over 3 minutes here as well for this last push.
Yeah. Red making it very hard for themselves here. Basically giving up the third point for free, now having to defend last for 3 minutes.
And you can see they want to play aggressive. They're playing fully into Red Room. Alex eats a pipe and takes a ton of damage, but I don't think Feila were aware of it. It could have been calamitous having those players above you, but good rotation from Joe. He just jumps in, finds so much space, but doesn't get a frag that really his aggressive play deserved there.
Yeah. But I like the aggression from Red Team there. Knowing that they've got a lot of time to chalk off getting aggressive. As they push Red Room here. Ooh. Just piling on the pressure. Not letting them have a easy time entering any of these choke points.
Yeah, and we've basically been in the same situation for now a full minute of both teams having essentially full Uber. No trade coming in. They're now moving outside here. Feila dropping down to the big door. The Uber's going to come in from there. It's going to be onto Joe on old school. They take the sentry gun out very, very quickly. Counter Uber coming in for Red. It's going to be pretty decent.
Much
Clean
better
up the
from
car, clean up the sentry as well. Some players are in Red Room, but they're not the healthiest, so there's no arrows for Layla to pump onto that heavy.
Blue losing crucial players though. No heavy, no soldier, no demo. It looks like they're just gonna bleed out slowly one by one.
Yep, back to the drawing board for Feila. Ubers remain dead even, basically equal building between the teams as well. The car isn't particularly close, and now it's just a minute and a half, and Feila are going to have to find a little bit of magic, find a little bit of twist in this, because there's nothing really that they can point to that's working for them so far. Trying to move their sniper out from big door to open things up.
Yeah, DD just whacking his sentry gun, keeping it alive.
Oh,
Joe died to sniper, yeah.
Yeah, finds double hit scan of scout and sniper. Actually, Lit Farmer is jumping on top of that little awning area, finding some space, but while that's happening, the cart has rolled back almost all the way back through main into the choke point here.
And Ubers have evened out now, so they're gonna have to really pull something out here. 40 seconds left. Ubers are even. Blue team getting the snipe. Ubers coming in.
Joe
Red team
no
already
as well to that
5
Uber.
down as well.
It certainly frags in Faila's favour. There's a sentry gun up. I don't know if there's anyone to deal with it. Reset gets cleaned up. Alex goes down. Buck gets launched in the air. Shotgun coming out to follow up. And somehow Feila pull it out of the bag. It looked like an impossibility. It looked like everything was against them. But they just make it happen.
Yeah, very intense. 20 seconds left on the clock there. But looks like you're alright with your map prediction.
Well, to be fair, I said 2-0. It was definitely a lot closer than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Double Clutch making a good fist of it.
Showing
making
that
Feila work, for
Showing
sure.
that they're in this to fight, and they're not just gonna give it up for free.
Absolutely.
Lit with top kills on the server. 61 in 53 minutes. That's pretty crazy to me.
But yeah, Lit, obviously, he had that rough start where he was timing out in that first offense. There's a good couple of minutes there where he wasn't in the server at all, and yeah, ending up 10 more frags than anyone else, topping the kills leaderboard by a fair distance. But even that wasn't enough for his team, sadly.
Hopefully they won't be too fixated on that disappointing ending, and Hopefully they'll have a fresh mental reset for this next map.
Okay, here we go. Second map of this Premiership qualifier, lower bracket, last chance saloon for both these teams if they were to make it into Premiership. It's going to be Feila who took that first map in the red double clutch on their absolute last chance in the blue on this second map of Proot.
Blue team instantly pushing the flank. Oh, a spy comes in behind. The 6v7 currently. So both teams are just spamming.
Feila are happy to sit behind the point at the moment. Old School's going to step on it. They're going to start to edge cap from the right corner as the cap does open up. Orange going in for a bomb, but is mostly evaded. Just a swivel from that combo from double clutch is enough, and now they're looking to recontest the point and they're able to block the cap about for now.
Ooh, and F.O.O.L maybe going a bit too far forward there. Just feeding a bit, but as you say that, the cleanup coming in.
Ooh,
Who's just
chasing in.
getting in deep, causing so much damage.
Yeah, it's actually going to be first cap for double clutch. Uber comes out for Feila. They're looking to go forward, but I don't even think they know where Buck is. Buck is so deep. There's going to be a scout looking to chase him down. Does get him down to about 90 health, but it's going to comfortably survive there.
Beelining into the med, getting 2-5'd in the process. But full ad for the blue team. And red still being down 3 here. Maybe potential for them to push in.
Buck was isolated. There is a spy ready to go on to Buck. Oh, railing so close. Just about spotted there. They're trying to just brute force it. Muscle in, but the snipe from Chocolate finds that angle onto Buck. That is a drop. The cap is going to come in for double clutch, but not in the way they would have wanted.
Looks like they're not doing much to salvage anything either. Looks just... Oh... Blue team just get the cap. I mean, red just get the cap as well. Now, red sitting on a full Uber ad with the point capture. In a far better position than blue.
Yeah, we are obviously still playing vanilla weapons, as you can see. As you can see, shotguns coming out from orange. And yeah, ALX is very close, but the Uber is up for Feila. Buck is once more going to survive with Joe. Going into the Joe zone, can't quite. Is a roller going to get Buck? No, beautiful escape from him. Just dancing away from those incoming rollers. He'll live. He doesn't even go for the resub. That is risky. There's a health pack waiting for him, but here we go. Unfortunately, because he's been so disconnected, they haven't even built very much on the Uber themselves.
But Wiethoofd's getting the level 3 down. Dying for the point, sadly, but opens up the space for his team to walk in. And ultimately cap.
Yeah, a couple of players going down, Alex being a big one, as you say, and now it's going to be Feila just putting their bodies on the point, but paying for it. Good repush there. Just Jenny reset
across the point.
No, as you say, chatting forward, blocking the point, blocking the cap actually, and Buck has an Uber ready to go, and it's a big, well, it's actually not a big advantage though. Lely's nearly there herself.
So Joe's walking across here. I can feel an Uber charge coming soon, but there it is. Exchange coming out. Red team taking a lot of space on the point as they back out.
Yeah, they had to flash slightly more, but Joe gets frags onto Dispenser and onto the Pyro as he would have wanted, and once more Buck is just completely separated from his team.
Not building.
Yeah. He's doing a good job of surviving, but someone really needs to live with him in these situations because they've been putting a lot of heals and a lot of Uber charge building left on the table because of how separated he's been in multiple times now this map.
But yeah, it looks like blue team just grouping up behind the point, getting ready for this next push, but oh. Sniper taking out Wiethoofd's head, holding them. Looks like they're just gonna have to... Buck's kind of just waddling around as well again, not building.
Yeah, Yeah, it's...
What should have been an even situation has turned into a 100 v 65, so it might get a bit rough, especially if Feila capitalize on this overcharge out right now.
Yeah, and throughout all of this, Feila have had the point as well, so Double Clutch really not on the ball so far this map with their gameplay. They're having to make it happen because they're close to overtime. Uber coming out from red. Buck is just about up at his now. It's taken about 2 minutes for him to build this single Uber, and they're going to try and use it back in. Don't find too much. Number does go down.
Guns
they're looking to go forward. Lots of weak players for Feila. Joe is not in the fight either, and Double Clutch will cap the round out, but Feila looking to continue the fight. Ooh, aggressive plays from Double Clutch. Lit wanted to go on.
Oh no, Lit! Oh, that's bad.
Completely different wavelength from the rest of his team.
Yeah.
Sold out going forward. Joe saw it, saw him isolated, jumps forward, cleans him up very, very easily, and now no sightline that they have to worry about here for
Orange
Feila.
bombing in.
Does go down for it, but he's made so much space that standing on the point, 90% capped. You have to make the block come in, and
Stabs going in.
Buck going down to railing, and also Alex being cleaned up, and there we go. Feila take a first round, and a lot to work on there for Double Clutch.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how the fight on the flank goes again this mid. So I'm going to be on orange scam for this mid.
Yeah, Joe was actually there very, very rapid. Already has stickies before anyone else has approached the mid fight up. But yeah, flank pressure once more. Black and Jenny trying to get in behind. Omin's playing quite defensive, camping that health pack. Has Litfam there to support, and he eventually does go down. But traded out very easily, and it's going to be Feila looking to get the pressure across the point. They get so many frags. Buck is cleaned up as well. Raylan was ready to pounce. Finds that medic. Layla went down throughout all of that. Did you see that, Sammy?
No, I actually missed that. Layla death.
Spy as well, so both spies popping off, finding that medic frag, but I think Feila will be happy with the pace of things. They get the cap. They have essentially even Ubers, and they're in the ascendancy right now.
Yeah, Lit taking this sniper angle from Cliff, choosing to drop down. Just piling on the cap pressure, forcing red team to respond. Maybe a bit
respond they do, just everyone gets mulched on the cap, just really good focus fire from Litfam and Joe, just crushing everyone in that corner, and an easy cap. Buck again is able to escape, but at the moment it's not looking too good for Double Clutch. Only 8 seconds of cap time there for them, and once more it goes back in Feila's favour.
Namba taking up a really aggressive hold onto the point, pushing in, getting cleaned up in the process, but it's looking pretty good for Double Clutch at the moment, if they can just get onto the point.
Yeah, sniper frag, a heavy frag, a lot of damage down onto that flank. Now they're walking onto the point. There's Uber ready to go for both teams if they decide to use it, but already a lot of cap time coming in, and Feila feel the need to pop in. They're flashing a lot of weak players to keep them alive. Lely's probably going to have to run out of there. Alex going quite far forward. Black is in behind as well, but doesn't find the medic frag that he would have wanted.
Nice snipe onto the scout there by Lit. Getting traded out though by Chocolate, which is better for Red as he's on a 10-second delay now. As Red just pile on, walking onto the point. Namba taking on this aggressive position across the left side point, just mowing down the blue pyro Nepal.
Yeah, I'll just go number. Both took a ton of damage, but they both lived throughout all of that, and they're going to have to go back up. There's no arrows for them, as we continuously point out, but there is a beam, there is a dispenser they can deal with. Nice stab there from Luke onto Chocolate. That's the other sniper going down this time, and that allows Lit to take Joe in, dome him, take him out the fight, and now the aggression will very much be coming in from Double Clutch.
And another snipe. Really limiting the Uber targets for Feila there.
Yeah, Feila feeling the need to pop that Uber out, as you say. Not many players to use it on, and Leila's going to have to run all the way back to spawn. The cap does go in double clutch's favour, but they're a solid over a minute behind on the clock as things stand. Quite a long way to come back into this round to make it a contest.
Oh. Losing the SVS there.
Alert. The control point is being
Oh, Joe's in. Attempting a Sackway with the spy, but a bit out of sync there. Ultimately, not leading to much and letting blue team just take all the space in the world on the point.
Yeah, not really making the most of the sniper frag they had. And at the moment, Double Clutch are starting to claw their way back in. They've got that level 3 sentry gun up in that lovely leaf corner. Is doing good work, and they have a stabilization, they have a strong point, they have a hold here.
Just denying the point here. Oh, ooh, that's not good. W's getting dropped in the Uber there. This might bite them in the future. But
They're
red
not
team
quite
okay,
able to keep it out. Yeah, they do stand on the point, but there's because there's no spam for them to deal with. Still haven't capped out. Now, eventually it does go down, but yeah, it's actually dead even when that cap comes in. And Black going in for a play, but Joe finds a really nice pipe to save his misses. And there we go. Leila will live for now. Feila going back to block the point here.
Oh, big double stab coming in. Take down the sniper and the heavy there. Huge plays coming in from Loopy. As the cap gets overturned.
Oh, and he helps take down Old School with the help of the sniper as well. And Lit finds another one onto Joe, and it's going to be Double Clutch walking back on the point there. Very much back in this.
Pick classes combining there, getting really important kills.
Well, Feila now suddenly, for the first time really, this round backs against the wall for them. They're just going to try and take it in aggressively. Scout demo on the point, trade it out. Alex Puff miles in the air, going to play from that little roof. Clutie gets absolutely piped down by ALX, and Loopy once more coming in, finding Leila. There's no numbers, just Lit found the single survivor for Feila here. He's going to run onto the point, but he's not going to win a 1v4 in that scenario.
Here comes a large stitch event. Tried it, but yeah, once again, 1v4. Not going to happen. Yeah, blue looking better that round. Especially their pick losses coming in pretty clutch during those kind of dry fights.
And yeah, game on for sure here. Double Clutch roaring back. Now it's 1-1. Gonna see how this next mid fight goes. Again, Joe's reasonably fast. Orange going in for a play on the flank, but there's a cacophony of players coming in on the opposing flank. Resev is going to have to duel with a soldier, but he's more than able to deal with him. He goes down.
Blue just so much more aggressive as well.
Stab, and there we go. Nearly gets a second onto the sniper, and as you say, Double Clutch are the more aggressive team, and they win the mid fight based on it.
Want to see Double Clutch keep playing this aggressive, because it seems to be working in their favor when they do opt to get aggressive. It allows for the pick classes to really shine before the pressure.
Yeah, I mean, Lit certainly has the aim, but he needs that space made for him, and as you say, when the team gets aggressive, there is more space. Feila this time moving themselves onto the flank, which is mostly vacated. Lupe somehow ended up miles in there, going in for a cheeky little highlight play that Harry would probably want in his frag movie, but doesn't work out this time. Alex going forward, driving forward with that Uber, but doesn't get anything down onto Leila, and she will live, and they will have an Uber ready to pop back here, Feila.
Good snipe coming out though.
Uber coming in now from Feila. Joe going down on the roof. Buck has
Oh.
absolutely nowhere to leave, and it's an absolute nuke. One last attempt coming in towards Layla, but she will live with 29 HP.
Oh no! Huge stab coming in last second, salvaging.
Beautiful.
Beautiful stuff.
That's so good. Just beautiful opportunism from Lupe, just following up on the damage, knowing that Layla would be going for that health back and just taking her out and salvaging what would have otherwise been a complete disaster there.
Blue flank cleaning up Namber on their side of flank, opening up all the space on the point, taking their heals onto the point aggressively, just capping this out.
Yeah, nice change of just pace from Double Clutch, just knowing that they had the heal advantage, knowing they had faster spawns for a little bit, and going forward and taking the space while it was happening. Now a slightly awkward scenario. Feila have those spawns back. There's not quite an Uber up for Buck. They're taking the point back, but it's stick or twist moment here for Double Clutch. They have a big Uber advantage to work with.
Ubering the demo. Killing the sentry? Yeah, okay. 3 down. It's not an amazing Uber, but they've got the kills that they need to maybe recap. As they steal the cap and the red Uber comes back in.
Yeah. Counter Uber from Feila. It's going to be Litfam chasing down Jenny, DD, Alex, and Resef all going down much more decisive, many more frags. Still a snipe on this flank to deal with, but he's immediately taken out. Orange and Joe just finding projectiles perfectly in sync is immediately destroyed there. And aggressive play now for Feila going onto that enemy flank side and really going forward here.
Yeah, Black dying in a bit too early maybe. Making it. But it looks like Blue are just gonna say, you know what, it's fine if you're on flank, and they're just gonna rotate to the other side of the point, other side of the map, and take their sniper and try and contest them.
It's a small Uber advantage that they have to respect, but yeah, big forward aggressive play at the moment for Feila. But Alex is just jumping in, going in for a force. Nepal just W's forward himself, but Layla is just gonna hold on and doesn't take too much damage herself, and nicely held there the Uber, and they Buck died throughout that as well.
Yeah,
use at least.
Not ideal. Looks like they're just a bit out of sync. Yeah. See people kind of splitting up between right and left, and they're just kind of dying one by one as they're not. It doesn't seem to be like a plan.
Yeah, Jenny wanted to walk on point there, but saw that there was a red sentry gun set up, and now bomb coming in, but Buck once more is stabbed by Raylan while all that was happening, and Feila just going to back up. They're just going to swivel their way back to the dispenser, back to safety. The couple of players, but the big thing is there's no heals up for Double Clutch in this next fight.
Yeah, Blue stealing the cap under their noses whilst the Uber comes in. A very aggro Uber in their main.
Yeah, big wraparound through that staircase with that Uber from Feila, and despite giving up the cap, it probably doesn't matter when they get 6 frags with the Uber. Block the cap back in. Just one last attempt from Black jumping in onto the point, but Feila are going to take the round.
Yeah. A much more decisive round from Feila there. Piling on the aggression, taking their side of flank. Taking these aggressive Ubers into them.
And now match point, and the lives of the Premiership hopes for Double Clutch are on the line. They need to win these next 2 rounds to keep themselves in this. It is last chance as you can get for them. They need to find something.
Red team really unhealthy, and a huge bomb are sinking in with the spy at the same time to clean up 4 at once. Great mid from Blue.
Yeah, Double Clutch certainly been having the edge of these last few. This time it's them getting aggressively. You can see Lit and Alex deep onto the flank to try and get the forward hold going. Wants to at least provide some resistance moving forward, but more than anything, he got some information in terms of a bit more aggressive hold. We saw how smart Feila were yesterday in terms of getting cap time while this was happening. That's probably what they're going to attempt to do again.
Great snipe onto Joe there. Just slowing down their progress more and more. Getting these crucial picks. It looks like Feila want to opt rotating through main and playing the point. Maybe trying to force out an Uber here. High bomb coming in from Joe. Gets cleaned up.
Oh, nice
Crazy
reflect
reflect.
from the pole. Yeah, and Buck is just able to hide in that corner, but not too many players to support, and he's going to eventually pop out just old school, walking, Wing in with that Pyro. WM1 is enough to force him out. Layla is looks uncertain, not too many players around her, but she does have an Uber ready to go here.
Oh, great snipe. Getting the engine down. Taking down that line of defense. As looks like an aggressive Uber's coming in from a Joe solo. Not getting much. Joe bumming in deep for Buck. Gets great.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Joe is just on a different level. That looked like the cringiest Uber you could ever possibly have. They used too early. The scout wasn't loaded. They had no real target, and Joe just jumps himself over that little roof, takes out Buck,
Getting
and
insta-gibbed by Black, combining the rocket launcher and the shotgun there. But yeah, they lost their med, but it looks like they just don't care. They're just on the point immediately, recapping it, taking the fight to Feila.
yeah, certainly seeing the opportunity when Feila doing this flank hold that the point is open is only that one sentry gun. That's quite far away that they have to deal with, and Cap does go back in Feila's favour at the end of the day, but still a decent lead at the moment for double clutching this round is very, very important because they need to keep themselves in this.
Uber's almost evening out now. Trying to see how they approach this try fight. So they just want to edge the cap here. Just steal it. Late Uber coming in, but it's even at this point. So Joe's going to get cleaned up on the enemy cliff. Letting blue team just walk onto the point.
Ooh, and someone else walking on the point was Lit Fun, but he just walked straight into a sniper sight and getting domed, and it's Lit who is starting to pop off on the sniper. I feel he's
As that was
a little
happening,
bit quieter.
Loopy stabbed Chocolate. So that's a bunch of sidelines opened up for maybe Lit to capitalize on.
Yeah, and this level 1 gun being put up by DD just on this left-hand corner is eventually dealt with by Joe, but took a little bit of ammo, a little bit of time as well. They're muscling onto the point here, Feila, to get aggressive, looking to take it dry. They've lost a few players, for a lot of weak players here for double clutch as the cap does come in from under their noses, but they could still utilise the numbers that they have and get their heals back onto those players and look for a repush.
Joe opting for a flank hold again. As they looking to take this Uber in. Red Uber on a Pyro. With looks like Orange is undetected on top. Chooses to drop off the high ground. And just nuke down damage onto Wiethoofd there.
Orange was hiding round the corner, finds some important frags, but actually Layla gets sniped from Lit, who was playing from that cliff area. It's absolute cataclysm on the everyone going down, just 2 up for Feila.
Taunting as he should. Absolute huge play from Lit there. Taking down 4 on his own.
Yeah, 8 kill streak now for that boy, and if he has strange SMG, certainly a few more frags onto that one for him, but yeah, Feila now, it's their turn and retake this. Everyone's just sitting in the corner. So easy for ALX, an absolute duck shoot. Everyone just hiding in that corner, but you can't hide from stickies. And there we go, very, very easy. So just 2 players up and a sentry gun. They do cap it out, Feila, but it's just going to extend some spawns in overtime, and that was not a good push from Feila whatsoever.
But yeah, Lit really showing up there for that round.
Yeah, big shout out for Diamond 5, who's come in with a bunch of gift subs to support the channel here, and providing some hats as well for some people. So very, very nice stuff from him. Thank you very much for your support as we go into this deciding round of Proot.
Not a lot going on this time around. So Reds are the aggressors. Orange with a huge bomb onto that cliff, taking down the sniper. Causing pressure behind the back lines. And just Red team, Feila just taking all the space. Playing far more aggressive, basically getting the cap for free. At the expense of just 2 players. Solid mid from Feila.
Yeah, defensive adjustment for this mid. They had been really struggling on the last few. Reset playing from the high ground, but he doesn't have the beam on him. And it's going to be Feila taking the middle, looking to get aggressive. Don't have all the players on this flank, and you can see immediately double clutch. I've just seen that as an opportunity to just strike and put everyone on the right hand side on their cliff onto the point as Uber comes in from Feila and doesn't find too much.
Really great denial there from Nepal. Letting Buck leave with a full Uber advantage for this next push. Oh, that's a disaster. Wiethoofd getting stabbed right in front of his engineer. Just slowing down this push even more.
Yeah, Buck is all the way back in spawn. It is lurking, thinking about going for a play. He's going to be onto Alex again.
Oh,
He's just a walking respawn timer at the moment, and you can't make a Uber advantage work if you don't have a demo up.
Yeah, choosing to go with a desperation scout Uber, which isn't going to get much at all. Looks like Jenny might even end up dying here. Survives by the skin of his teeth. But yeah, W's not being in any of those, not being in that Uber, being dead for so long, being a huge detriment.
Yeah, they're trying to re-push here, Feila, but they've lost both Demo and the Heavy. Just a moment's hesitation as they had to turn round for that spy, and Layla's going to have to back up into this dispenser as they wait for Joe to respawn. They do have a big Uber advantage, and surely they'll make it used now.
Oh, huge bomb, getting the force out. The combined spam from W's and the bomb from Black, getting the Uber force out.
Yeah, Black doing a lot of work there, but Feila won't mind too much. They got a couple of frags in that Uber, they got the cap back in their favour as well. It's just ticking away, a full minute advantage now for them. Does have an Uber ready to go shortly, but the moment everyone from Double Clutch is a little bit passive, waiting for Buck to build it up.
Yeah, it looks like they've got a interesting gun setup on the flank as well, just denying all the space. Really limiting the amount of space that Blue can take.
Oh, Joe walks in, pipes down, double D, but Engineer does, Joe does go down for it. Alex goes down as well, just frags being traded out everywhere at the moment. Loop goes down. Certainly very, very scrappy, but maybe Feila can make use of this demo man frag.
Oh, bomb coming in. Uber forced out eventually. Doesn't look like... Oh, Layla's such a better maneuver. And the red collapse is coming in. All on the point.
Oh, nowhere for Buck to leave as well. Tried to leave out on the flank, but Joe is absolutely ready for him. Has GPS on his location and no escape. Feila just going to walk back on the point, cap it back out, and now with 30 seconds left and an Uber advantage in their hands, everything is looking roses for them.
Losing their spy as well. And the scout. Oh, that's a lot of cap pressure just gone immediately. Gun goes down. Potential. Oh! Debu's piping orange. Getting him down, but all in all, it's not like too bad. Especially if they can either kill Layla before the Suba or cap
Alex
it,
body blocked by Raylan, can't even stand on the point. Uber is out for Layla. There's only 3 players alive though. Surely Double Clutch can collapse, and there's going to be no escape. Luke coming in, and it's basically a wipe. Orange is just about to spawn to maybe make it, but it's now going to be full 2 minutes defense and be horde survival for Double Clutch to keep them in this Premiership qualifiers.
Gonna have to really hold the fort down here. No slip-ups, or else the chances of being in Prem are over.
Yeah, Diamond 5 wants a third map. It's going to be something special for Double Clutch to make it happen. Feila, they do have to worry about the buck.
That's not a good start.
Double stab lit and Alex going down to railing and they're muscling on the point. They get the foresight and Nepal is going to have to use the Uber. But actually, Layla is going to be cleaned up. I think they've got enough frags here, Double Clutch. The collapse on the point is decent enough. Joe is looking to go forward, but launches Nepal into his face. Little reflect, but the sticky was there regardless.
Recontesting though.
Yeah, Capson coming in, but it's a little bit scrappy, but it is dry for Feila. They still have a minute to work with here. So they look to just apply the slow pressure cooker approach. Capson coming in, just
great
old
snipe.
school. Old school just puffing all those projectiles back in his face, and it's actually definitely Double Clutch winning the spam war at the moment, winning these trades, and really with 9 players up, they'll be happy with this defense at the moment with just 30 seconds remaining.
Finding the spy, that's a great kill. Oh, Joe going down as well. But red flank pushing really aggressively, getting caught out. And this is looking really good for the side of Double Clutch.
Uber is out from Buck with just 14 seconds left. Layla has an Uber ready to go, but do they have enough time to wait for these spawns quite far back? They've got some cap time to work with. Moving in from Cliff, it's going to be Lynn. Joe going in from the left-hand side.
Stuffed.
They get juggled in the air. Jenny's on the point. Everyone's body blocking loops there. Joe getting taken out. Just 3 up for Feila. It's going to be Layla alone with a sentry gun, and Double Clutch are going to take us to a third map.
I was right. Nail biter 3-2. Third map. That's what we love to see.
It seems that regardless of what map we've had, Lit and W's performing for their team.
Loopy as well. Getting 5 med stabs, 5 med kills. Going absolutely huge. But upward, next map. You still set on Feila winning?
Oh, I don't know, no. Double Clutch, they seem to have something from somewhere. A bit more gusto than I was expecting, for sure.
They got that dog in them. I think it'll be interesting to see how the experience difference plays out here. But Joe, obviously being a veteran, has played this map more times than I can count. So it'll be interesting to see how he leads his team on this map versus Double Clutch.
And here we go, it's map 3 of this Premiership qualifier. Both of these teams fighting for their lives, fighting for their place in Premiership. One of these teams will go later on into the bracket, and one of them will be resigned to playing Division 1 this season. As we do see, it's going to be Double Clutch starting off on the defense and Feila setting the pace on the offense. No crit stickies as we can't use a Kritzkrieg, sadly, but yeah, again, basically everything pretty much default, nothing crazy, no gimmicks, no nothing you really wouldn't expect. You know, what do you think of this sticky trap, Sammy, that we're seeing from the defense?
The one on the rock, I think it's pretty solid. Yeah.
Rocks and then a little bit on by the little pill as well.
A little bit, yeah, these are solid. I like, yeah, they're fine. But I'm gonna be looking at Red Sniper, Lit, seeing what he can do on this defense, especially.
Peeking in from tracks and actually sees Joe and body shots him down. The sack is going in. Raylan finds Alex the demo man, but nothing on to Buck as that. I mean, it was definitely a sack wave, not the most conventional one in the world. They didn't get the medic frag, but maybe this frag onto the demo can be worked.
Well, if the level 3 tally's still up, I don't think it'll be much of an important kill, as Alex is already back into the action. But Feila choosing to Uber to remain. Demo Pyro, not getting much at all.
Unfortunately, the telly, I think, was still up for Alex, so he comes in straight back into the Uber, gets flashed, and
Oh,
the space is still going to be denied by him.
choosing to give up the point here. Maybe trying to get a stronger second hold. Strong, stable second hold here.
Don't even think they're going to be able to hold up top in second because they've got no snot, no heavy chocolate coming in with their snipe onto ALX, and despite their frag onto Joe N, there's not going to be too much resistance, just a level 1 sentry gun that is going to be easily dealt with by those hit scan classes, and now Feila are looking to get some momentum going in their favour as they move towards second.
Yeah, moving the card up for free, no pressure from any of the tunnel players. So they should be smooth sailing. Double clutch working their sniper tracks though. Maybe trying to find an opening or two, but
Oh, not for long, because Raylan comes in. He's more than wise and aware of it.
Running straight at Joe, taking him down, and then forcing Layla out as well.
Huge play. I thought that was basically curtains for that second. And they didn't see a way for a force to come in, and once that sniper had gone down and there's no soldier in position. But Jenny coming in and finding that force. Still a lot of casualties though, and you can see how much space Feila want to take. Everyone's so far back. Buck is all the way back in the final spawn, and no one is even coming in through drop down. Feila had taken the space and utilising those few picks, and wins an important win. 1v1 with the heavy.
Recontesting the car here with the picks they have. Alex getting good damage on the car. Bomb coming in. Not finding much.
Still have an Uber advantage to work with as well, but the car has been moving this whole time while the double clutch boys have been back, and Old School is still on it. Is still only Alex shooting it, and it's going to be a Pyro is able to relatively easily reflect that. Jenny looking to block now, but the car has gone so far at an Uber advantage situation for the defense.
Choosing not to block at all, but just give up the point. Seems like opting for a last hold instead, taking up the holding in spawn, in fact. Maybe looking to play off their sniper.
Feila did either get forced or decide to use out there, but throughout all of that, just didn't use that whole point as a foot. So he retains the Uber advantage. That is a slight saving grace. They actually get themselves through the lower area in through the top. Oh, and that's a drop.
Yeah,
beautiful sync timing.
That's the risk with playing up top. It's can be quite risky for your medic, especially if people aren't looking actively for the soldier or the demo spam.
Yeah, Joe just doubled up that staircase, uncontested, and the soldier coming in at the perfect time, beautifully synced. Absolutely no chance for Buck to pop. As soon as he saw damage coming in, he was dead. It's going to be Uber advantage for Lalo as they move their way in through the back stairs as well. They drop down from the window, take out the sentry gun. The car is starting to move
deep. Getting mowed in the process, but still alive.
No arrow for him though. Will just about live throughout all of that, get himself back to car. There's a health pack that Layla takes.
The needle gun. Get tied to the gun, but you gotta respect the attempt. But yeah, I mean, 4 minutes 30 for what could have been a lot better for double clutch, just basically giving up 2 points for free. Not really contesting as well as they could have.
Yeah, unfortunately, never really got a combo to work, and I always feel if you have Uber and you're giving up a, you need a good reason to give up a point. Maybe if you lose like 5 or 6 players, it makes sense, but just at the moment, at times, we saw it in Vigil as well, but just a lot of respect when the Feila offense really starts motoring, it really starts going double clutch, just giving a little bit too much space, and Feila end up setting a very, very rapid time. It's going to be difficult for double clutch to meet this, I imagine.
Yeah, they're gonna have to be on top of their game for this. But if they've been playing like we saw earlier, Pro Plant just being aggressive, then maybe that could be the key.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
Allowing the sniper to take those nice angle shots the space is given.
But here we go, double clutch are making tough work of this first round of Upward, being pushed back in 4 minutes and 30 odd seconds. Sackwave coming in.
Layla's safe in the dispenser though. I like that from Feila as well, choosing to play aggressive after and just clean up the cart pushes, knowing that there's no threat of a sniper or enemy team to contest them. As I say that, huge snipe onto Joanne. Expecting the blue trade to come in soon. As the Uber comes in from double clutch.
Uber coming in. Yes. Gonna like Black to get up top as well. There's still number to deal with. Demo man, no scout,
Feila
no
down, 5
sniper,
players.
now no NG as well. Just
Namber's
bleeding
still on top,
players
though.
and not having any defense. Oh, Buck went very, very low there. Number nearly finding that important medic frag for his team. Not the end of the world for Feila. They have got Layla out of there. Orange is still in tunnel, going to provide a bit of a nuisance to block Art, maybe a little bit longer. But yeah, they need this kind of pace to keep going here. Double clutch.
Already, oh, both! Big stab from Luke, killing Layla. As Resef takes a super aggressive drop down from the window to take down Joe.
Yeah, they're looking to continue fighting here, Feila, but they don't have the heals, they don't have the demo man damage, they don't have a lot of the players. Everyone's quite low, everyone's bleeding, but they have at least blocked Cart for a minute, and they don't need too many more of these kind of half wins to go in their favour until this becomes almost impossible.
The flank, Scout and Spy cleaning up players on hill, making it hard for them.
It's a
And
really aggressive position for them to hold, despite the Uber disadvantage, but Buck is still so far back, they're taking it a little bit too cautiously here, double clutch.
Uber coming in though. Joe going down early.
Oh,
Spy.
Alex
Oh,
did not have a good Uber,
Yeah.
got piped, got juggled by the sentry gun. Buck is quite low as well. Cart will probably get walked in, but no, Raylin wants to stop that. Gonna go in, stab his spy counterpart, block the Cart for now, and with 2 minutes left, we're gonna need up with the pace here for double clutch.
yeah, especially when tossed against this full Uber this ad. You're gonna have to find a way to force the Uber charge and still be able to fight the post and with the cut up. And losing your demo is not a good start. Down 3 already, but they're getting good cap time here, good cart pressure.
Cart is
Killing the
moving
sniper in the
throughout
process.
all of this, and Nepal doing good work, just playing close enough to Joe, pushing him back. But Raylin goes with a nice little stab onto Jenny on the Cart, just going to block it for a little bit. Not too much more time for Feila to eke out of this point. And
Oh.
Raylin comes back in and finds the stab onto Buck. Absolute clutch plays from that man.
Old school catching the spy in shit house. Cleaning him up. No threat of a spy now. Stabber getting to peek freely and killing down. Killing Lit in the process, but maybe getting a bit too far forward.
Jenny and DD walking towards the car, but there's Uber ready to go in and block it. Jenny will be able to dart away maybe, but no. Take it
Yeah.
out eventually. And Alex cleaned up as well. I think with 30 seconds left, that's about all she wrote.
Yeah, looking pretty unwinnable at this point. But yeah, it's crazy stab. Just Assassin's Creed style, just jumping off the battlements into Lit.
Could have been a different story actually without Raylin's plays. It certainly wasn't super comfortable for Feila. You always felt that they just about were on the front foot, but double clutch making an attempt of it, and they'll just be hoping they can sort out their defense a little bit, and in what once more will be a match point for them. And here we go into the next round of Up. Could be the final round if Feila were to take it. Double clutch once more fighting for their lives, fighting for their Premiership hopes. We are in this lower bracket game with Feila 1 round to the good here on Upward, this decisive map of this best of 3.
Yeah, blue team double clutch kind of being maybe a bit too respectful of Feila there last round. Playing so passive when they had a huge ad. Maybe biting them. But that's what I want to see double clutch do differently this time. Maybe getting a bit more aggro, especially when they know they have these ads.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be double clutch setting the pace this time in the blue, starting out on the offense. They made a decent fist of what was a very difficult time for them to beat. This time they can perhaps play a little bit slower, take a little bit more risk, play a little bit more methodical here on this offense.
Gets insta-dumped, running in with the shotgun. Force coming out though. Nepal going huge. Just running into their dispenser spot.
Yeah, they went for the instant trade there, double clutch, and they do force Layla out. It's not decisive Uber by any means from Feila, but now Joe finds some pipes towards the car, gets a lot of damage and followed up by his scout as well, and suddenly a few players down for double clutch. They're having to back up and having to regroup here.
Blue be getting the teleporter though, especially with no Eureka effect. If Blue can just find the kills here, could potentially be huge. As looks like Wiethoofd is piling on the pressure top left, spamming Joe, spamming Reese, spamming Nambo. So much damage.
Yeah, decent amount of damage, but it's spread out across a lot of targets, and Namber's looking to go with that Uber actually with the beam. Buck is going to hold on, he's only at 90%. Don't find that medic force or frag, so for double clutch with an Uber advantage to work with.
No telly either, so they can just get a good Uber charge in here with a good sap or sap. They have a good chance here.
Or everyone eats a lot of damage before they even get the Uber going. Buck's a little bit slow to walk out, and Chocolate does go down, but ALX is taken out before there's going to be a solo Uber going in towards a sentry gun. Not an ideal scenario. Buck's overcommitted as well, is flung up in the air. Can he escape? Absolutely no chance.
Level 3 sentry versus the syringe gun.
Titanic level disaster there.
Buck unfortunately losing out
double
that
clutch.
kill, but yeah, that was just a disaster. All their important players died before the Uber even came out. But they're now faced against the full Uber charge. And they're stuck where they were before. 1 minute ago.
Yeah, Risa finds some decent position in that sneaky area, and actually a nice pipe coming out for Alex, able to take down Old School. There's a few frags traded either way that usually favours the offense, but with no flank, with no fast classes really available to them, they're just a little bit cautious.
Really great picks on the side. Blue, but forcing the Uber charge out. Really good here. This is ideal for double clutch. Just swarming Layla. Let's go syringe gun out, but it's not going to be good enough.
Yeah, Feila definitely overstaying their welcome despite how many players they had down there, but Lupe getting probably the most undeserved kill on a medic I've ever seen, just absolutely beefing, whiffing stabs, but eventually was enough to find the frag there, and suddenly Feila, I mean, they've got a lot of time off that first point, but no demo, no medic until just now for this second defense.
Namber's sneaking in behind them with his shotgun. Again. Getting clean up in the process, but wasn't the Uber out as well. Huge play.
Oh, and Buck goes down as the Uber trail was
no.
off. He's sniped. He's stood slightly too long in that sightline, and Chocolate does not miss those body shots. He scoped waiting and provided a very, very easy kill.
Lit pretty much on his own for this push, but eventually gets caught up by his team. Hitting the headshots, making that space for his team to walk in. As they're just pushing the card out, forcing the Uber with cap time. But Buck caught out once again. Card's ultimately moving in though, as Lit just continues to snipe down more players, really carrying his team far forward.
Lupe is leading a charmed life, just sneaking in behind players, but it does just about work out for Double Clutch. They do take that second gap. Not a fast pace. I think this is actually slower than Feila managed for the whole map in that previous round. So not an ideal scenario, but they're going to have to keep going. They're going to have to tune up a little bit here. The car is moving decently. They have essentially even-ish Ubers. There's a little bit for Layla to work with, but it's going to be difficult to make it work on the defense.
Moving the car up the first ramp. Never mind. Oh, now they do, but they've already lost 3. 4 in fact. Not getting anything in return. And this is looking pretty sad. Double Clutch having to back out quite a bit and wait for those spawners so they can get the push going again.
Someone who didn't back out though was Lit. He gets sniped down by Chocolate. Chocolate finds a second onto Nepal. That's no pyro. And now for the fight. Jenny's wanting to walk towards the cart, but really nice rockets down from Orange is just going to pin Jenny down onto the cart, and it's been moved a little bit. There's a blue Uber now coming in, but
W's almost falling into the pit, but finding himself on that ledging, which kept him alive, and the repush coming in now. Reset distracting from Shithouse, but not a lot happening from that distraction play.
There's only 5 up here for Feila, but they're all working in tandem at the moment, and
Old school blasting 2 off the cliff and taunting after. Serious play there.
the Double Clutch looking to approach from the tracks, thinking about whether to peek this sightline or not, and Raylan is lurking. Is going to decloak in front of Black, who has a shotgun. A very, very bad fight where everyone misses everything, and then Raylan eventually wins it.
Yeah. I mean, the car's moving up, but it's just gonna die in the car again any second now, yeah. Huge net drop though from Lit.
Finds the snipe, but I don't know how much it's gonna matter in terms of getting a good time here. Joe is continuing to just have stickies, and he has stickies waiting for the Pyro in Nepal as well. He does go down. Truly an opportunity, everyone backing it up from Feila. The car is open, but no one's going to it yet.
Yeah. Oh, that's not great. I mean, they're getting the car up, but they're used for no reason, really.
Strange from Feila, they just 3 up. They thought about a repush, they tried to make it work. Now they're having to drop down out a window. There's a heavy reset chasing. Layla will probably escape to spawn with his life for it. Nepal dies in that spawn door. There's a lot of space taken here as Lit just walks in, takes out his namesake, and it's just all happening here.
Chaos everywhere you look. But the car's been rolling this whole time with no stopping it whatsoever. Jenny's just been trickling the car along, gets stabbed eventually, but the Uber coming out from Feila. Oh no. Okay, just about. Buck just manages to survive, and he's got a 70% ad potentially.
Yeah, he manages to drop down to the dungeon area and sneak out through the staircase. Haven't found too much purchase on this point so far, but as you say, a big ad for Buck to work with. We'll see whether they want to. I assume they'll probably want to go under and take it in from there, but
yeah,
here we go, an opportunity for Double Clutch with this Uber.
If they can capitalize on this Uber, then the time might still not be too bad. But here he comes. Not doing too much. Layla escaping, dies eventually to the pipe.
And everyone drops down and just leaves Orange and Joe up top. They've got enough frags here, double clutch to work with. Black is continuing to recontest from top, trying to get lit
Joe
in
on top
for
alone.
some space. Buck is walking in. He's got lit fam for him to work with now, and Buck somehow dies to a level 2 sentry gun.
Buck just suiciding pretty much, just dropping down. Which I think was a bit of a throw, to be honest, but basically, yeah. No heals for the next couple of seconds, and that pushes over. Joe just taking tiles again by himself. Piping Jenny. Getting this pipe sticky combo onto him, just deleting him out of the server.
I feel like Jenny must have played against this Joe back tiles spot before, but not
Still,
being wise to it.
Oh no. Joe trading out for the medic, Buck. Just, I think there's some level of tilt here now.
Well, Nepal's dropped out of the server. I don't know if that's a disconnect or a timeout, but either way, yeah, it looks like full Uber advantage for Layla and Feila are very, very much in the driving seat right now.
Joe getting caught out eventually. Trying to regroup with his team on towers, but finding himself very alone. But the force coming out. Black jumping up Harry Potter, getting the force on Layla. Yep. And Buck dies again, sadly. So, double clutch getting these forces, but not really equating too much because they keep losing their medic in the process.
Yeah, it's difficult to cast at this point. It's everything is happening. I don't exactly know. It's kind of descended. We talked about Highlander being similar to pub gameplay, and this is certainly an occasion of that. ALX walks in, but Joe just he's got all the traps on this point, and people, it's like they've never played against Joe demo.
I think any form of coordination is definitely out the window now. For double clutch at least. Look how aggressive Feila are as well.
Yeah, they're going in through main. Don't even have an Uber advantage to work with. Just putting the heals onto the heavy. Yeah.
Still surviving, not taking down the heavy even though. Uber's evening out now, but I think enough damage has been done, especially to the mental. I'm not sure if they're going to find a way back from this.
Layla did drop. Lupe again coming in. He's coming in with some moments this game, perhaps not the consistent kind of, we've seen Raylan come in with so many clubs on the point as well, but Lupe's been finding Layla at crucial times, and he was double clutch an opportunity now. At least put us out of our misery on this round.
Uber coming out, but not taking the gun down. Gun healthy, still level 3 up in the pub spot. Maybe. Oh no. Gun back to full health, and yeah. Just completely focusing the wrong target there. Derpy hooves. Layla's syringe gunning people down on the cart. He's not even healing anymore.
This pub spot sentry gun is proving very difficult for these supposedly Premiership hoping level gamers to deal with. Who eventually take it down. It's going back up now, Lupe, and finally finding some coordination, and finally double glitch come in 14 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, that was a bit rough to watch, but I still back them.
Okay, I'm not gonna back them.
It's always winnable. We need a team talk. We need some. Do you know what? Yeah, what double clutch really need right now is some passion.
They need Yuval to come in the mumble and talk about all the women he's slain, and yeah, give them hope for this game, because 13 and a half minutes over that, in fact, is a very, very tall task, and that last round was demoralising not only for the players, but for me as a caster, I'm afraid.
Tall task, but not impossible. Harder things have been done, and I believe.
5, 4, 3, 2.
They just gotta reset completely. Get the head in the games. Great start. Ah, that's not so great. Yeah, just pressuring this hill. Later out instantly. Coming out for the trade, potentially. Uber coming in through main. Red team exchanging. Card time's good from blue side. Gun being built up as well. But Feila losing 3. W just lobbing them pipes over. Dealing crazy damage, pressuring Feila out.
Yeah, and not finding too much there overall for Feila. A couple of frags, but Scout and Spy frags are probably the most expendable classes for this upward first defense. Going to see Joe looking to go forward, and once more coming in from tracks. Number finding some space as well.
Oh no. Old school just running it down. Holding that W key, not stopping until we kill Joe. I mean, W's there. But yeah, I mean, they've been forced into this pretty passive position, which I don't think is going to do them any favors. Choosing to retake the hill, which is what they need to do to chalk off this time.
Spam coming in from up top on the hill. Joe just firing
Bomb
pipe
coming in.
after sticky. Yeah, Alex will live for now. Buck does have an Uber ready to, but there's so much space being given up by double clutch.
Buck caught in like no man's land right now. Eventually catching up with his team, but Uber's forced out. Buck with significantly longer Uber. Flashing his scout. Blue heavy going down. If they can clean up Joe, this isn't bad. Joe falling off the pit.
Alex was completely surrounded though. Orange coming in from the flank, coming in from behind. It will go down as well. Overextended ahead of the rest of his team. Everyone else are backed up, and the car is moving, and there's no classes really to block. Jenny runs in, but there's a Centrigan waiting for him.
Yeah, Jenny tries first, but oh, it's gonna be rough. They're gonna have to get a really good thought up here to have any chance. Probably the hold G1. One of the better holds on this map. But Joe just piling on the pressure, spamming over that hill.
Yeah, there's Joe. Joe knows all those angles from the tracks, and he's dealing with the sentry. It's only a level 1 athlete is having to dodge and dive away from a few of them as well.
Really nice
in
play
the sea
from
house as well. Yeah,
using his
finds the frag onto Jenny. Isn't it? Gonna look for more.
Yeah, just sneaking. Gets stabbed by Luke. Oh no. Stabber going down as well. Not bad at all. Not bad picks at all from double clutch.
Yeah, they're gonna have to twist though. They're gonna have to go forward and block the cart, because the cart is moving this whole time. There's 3 players on it. There's an engineer, a scout, a pyro. The pyro's now going in towards Sit House himself and to sing solo block the cart, but it's not going to work against 3 players. Alex is caught out as well. There's an Uber out for red, but it's nowhere near the cart itself.
Oh no! Nepo needs to go to cart. Oh, they're just playing so scared.
Yeah, 4 players go and try and block the car, but everyone else sells them out and they go down, and they're not even going to be up for a defense. And that it's 9 minutes 35 that Feila have to play with just to break this one final last hold. gonna...
Wiethoofd's dying as well. Not looking good at all. The only salvageable factor is that Feila do not have Uber yet, and Buck is sitting on a 20 ad. Finding decent picks here, slowing them down. But, oh no. F.O.O.L missing every reflect. Letting the gun die to straight pipes. But ultimately it shouldn't matter too much, as looks like they're just going to reset and opt for this spawn hold.
It's definitely harder to keep that passive sentry gun up alive when you don't have the Wrangler available to you as an engineer, but Tiles has been completely vacated other than a few stickies here and there.
No,
It's actually a teleporter.
disaster. Oh no. No, no! Raylin decloaking in the most obvious spy spot and just stabbing too.
Alex finds some frags on the cart to keep his team just about alive in this game. Loop is going to try and block it himself as the spy, but Old School was more than enough. There's an Uber out for Bucket Alex. Loopy finds one stab. He actually finds one onto Old School. It doesn't get the kill, but launches him off the cart at least.
And the chase is on, pushing into main, but still taking this fight main. The shotgun has been pulled out, they're fully in. But oh no, disaster. No, even more disaster. Two going down to the quick headshots of Lit. I mean, Feila, chocolate there. Oh, that looked so promising, and then it just fell apart instantly.
Lupe is trying to keep himself alive. Gets 2 frags, actually, to keep his team just about in this. Might get one onto Chocolate as well. Is a quick 3k.
Going completely huge. This is... Oh, no. The heavy dropping down. Buck dropping incredibly low. 90 HP there. But they're doing a good job defending this. Even though if it's scrappy, they're pulling it off for now.
Yeah,
they just need to...
Still scoping around the cart. Both scouts fighting a duel, but
Raylin in the corner again. This is not good. No. 2 times
Old
in a
School
row.
on the cart gets flashed to keep himself alive, gets some heals back in action, and Uber is out. Just 3 alive, 4 double clutch. Feila are going to walk on the cart and put us out of our misery. And there we go. We're going to see double clutch are going to be sent down to Division 1, and Feila are still in with a chance in these Premiership qualifiers.
Yeah, that was definitely a viewing. Expected result.
Final words from you, Samii, before we sign off here?
Shout out production, shout out Wiethoofd, shout out Dave, shout out the watchers.
And make sure you're following here the channel and sub if you want to support us. But aside from that, I'm just going to give a big shout out to Samii for his first cast. It was a fun time. A good game as well. He was doing their best. Shout out to Wiethoofd on production for some great work. And finally, shout out to Davey for supporting me in the chat as well. But aside from that, we'll see you guys. Good night.